Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? Listen, NeNe Leakes might just be laughing at the end of the day. Y'all, new reports say NeNe Leakes is negotiating her discrimination lawsuit with Bravo and Andy Cohen. Now, I know we all had doubts. I do actually think that NeNe had a case. She was just moving real reckless, but it looks like it wasn't reckless enough. Now, y'all, we know about the case, but there's two things that this case means. One, Portia might be getting her spinoff sooner than we think. Oh, seriously, that wedding special actually might be taped. I'm going to explain that in a minute. And also, this makes me think actually that mess with Nene's husband's wife, Nene's boyfriend's wife. It makes me think maybe it was kind of like, if not a setup, but he's been talking to that woman about Nene, because how did she know that money was supposed to be coming through? Because honestly, I know everybody's just like, oh, Nene's very rich. And don't get me wrong, Nene is an entrepreneur. She does have her lounge. Her lounge has opened up, but Let's not forget, she's had to hire all new staff for her lounge. Being a lounge or a restaurant, no matter how good you are, there's a lot of risk factor. And she's selling her $2 million condo that she literally just moved into. That don't make any sense either. And she's selling it anyway, y'all. Let's get into the lawsuit, how she might be settling. It looks like there is going to be a settlement, even though Nene's pushing back from the settlement. Y'all, you can't make this up. Let's get into this. All right, so listen. NeNe Leakes is in talks with Andy Cohen, Bravo, and NBC Universal to potentially settle the discrimination lawsuit she's filed against them in court. Now, this is exclusive. Well, it's not exclusive, but Page Six is reporting this. So it's coming from someone's PR camp, either Nene's or Bravo's. Let's read into this longer and see what it is. An Atlanta judge granted the parties a 45-day extension on Wednesday until August 19th after the defendants requested more time to negotiate the dispute. Y'all, woo! Do y'all hear this? Bravo is the one that requested more time to negotiate the lawsuit. Bravo is. Now, remember what I said about EEOC, right? We don't know what the EEOC ruling is, but given the way that Bravo is trying to negotiate the dispute, methinks there might be some claims that she actually made that the EEOC actually did substantiate. Now, listen, don't be in my comments talking about something. Oh, you don't understand the way big companies work. They just settle because it's cheaper. Let me tell you something. That is the biggest misnomer in law to this day. I actually think the big corporations put it out so people don't get the guts to sue. If what y'all saying is true, and these big companies, if you take them to court and you don't have any merit and it's cheaper to make you shut up, then that means anybody can bring up a lawsuit against their employer and the employer is going to throw money at them to get them to shut up. That's not the way it works, especially somebody as big as NBC Universal. First of all, like I said, you guys have lawyers on demand. Do you guys know what in-house counseling is? Those are the lawyers that show up 9 to 5 every single day, come rain or shine, and their whole job is to take care of legal stuff. They could put their in-house counsel on it for basically free because in-house counsel is paid a salary. They literally are a law firm within the corporation, right? But let me just say this. Big corporations usually settle for cases this big with this much because there's skeletons in the closet, and usually they don't want those skeletons to come out. But if you think that, if that was true, then everybody would be suing every corporation and winning. God, well, I wish some of y'all would use your heads. Anyway, get this. In a motion filed on June 24th, Andy, 54, Bravo, and NBCU argued that per contract agreements existing between them and Leakes, the ongoing disputes are already subject to arbitration in New York. Now, that might be true. Okay, so let me explain this. That might be true because it's written into her employment contract. However, if the employment contract can prove that you did something illegal, then that arbitration clause is null and void. So it really is on Nene whether she wants to push this or whether she wants to go into arbitration. Let's see what she said. Now, according to legal experts, arbitration is a process in which two parties in a dispute use an independent and Let me tell y'all something about arbitration. It's supposed to be to people use an independent arbiter. And usually with arbitration, it is independent in the fact that they don't know you and they don't really care about your case. However, if you ever enter into arbitration or mediation, you want it written into the clause, or if it's not, you want to fight that you get to pick the mediator, you get to pick the arbitration or the judge that rules in arbitration. Because honestly, when they have a good working relationship, I'm not saying people do anything illegal, but life is life. If you come to me and every time we work, you do a good job and you're fair and I think you are honest and honestly doing the right thing, then when you propose something to me, I'm usually going to be like, okay, that seems reasonable. Always fight, because you want someone that's deciding the case that thinks you are honest and reasonable. Okay, right? The motion also noted, however, that Nene disagrees with the notion of arbitration, as you should, because I'm sure NBC Universal picked the arbiter they love, right? But that both parties are in the process of negotiating this issue in an attempt to avoid the time and expense of a motion to compel arbitration through the respective counsel. Okay. Since both sides agreed that a 45-day extension is appropriate to complete these discussions, the judge granted the deadline extension. Now, as you guys know, Nene did file the lawsuit in April over claims she suffered years of racist remarks from former co-star Kim Zolciak, who is white. Okay, fine, right? White. The reality star alleged that she only dealt with consequences from the network and the respective production companies because they foster a corporate and workplace culture in which racially insensitive and inappropriate behavior is tolerated, if not encouraged. You know what I will say about that? And this isn't anything toward anyone in particular that works in Bravo, but when you look at the stuff that housewives are allowed to say, when you look at even Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, what Diana Jenkins got away with tweeting, oh, it must be tough to be a Black content creator. When you look at the girl Jenny from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, that they were actually going to just hope it all went away and not fire that girl. When you look at all that mess, Nene has a case. Unfortunately, Nene also maintains that she's been blacklisted from booking other jobs in the entertainment space as a result of her speaking out. Now, that's what I'm interested to know. Nene, how are you going to prove the blacklisting? Because you would actually need people go on record and say, yes, Bravo reached out to me. Andy Cohen reached out to me. Oh, Bubba, I didn't want to hire you because I heard this and that. Again, also with the racial discrimination, I've said this once, I've said this twice, I've said this 3 times. You literally tried to make friends with Andy Cohen just last week. And you literally were trying to get a show with Kim, or at least on Instagram Live, talking about we need to get together, all this other stuff. Now, she can explain it away and be like, listen, I was just hungry. I needed to work. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes Nene just makes her case harder for herself. You guys, what do y'all think? Nene says she's constantly being retaliated against, blacklisted, and not being able to work, being silenced, and it's difficult to do. I do want to hear in court, if it does go to court, you know I'm covering the trial, what Nene's justification is to say that she is being blacklisted without the obvious fact that she doesn't have a job. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Nene is one of the best reality TV people out there. She is literally the person that put Bravo on the map. And we saw her in Glee. She can act. So with that case, it's like, okay, fine, something's going on because why don't you have a job? But why do you think they blacklisted you? I'm interested to see what they actually have. Listen, I'm rooting. If Nene's claims are true, I'm 100% rooting for her to win. But oh my God, I just hope she gets it together a little bit more. Y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. But it looks like a settlement is underway. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.